Hello, Sam. Nice to meet you today. Yes, my name is Dr. Ross Hansburg, and what brings you to my office today? Your job? Okay, well, tell me about your job. It's stressful, it's annoying, the customers are rude. Well, here, let's go through the notes. Let's see what you've told my assistant. Here we are. My job is stressful. The people are rude. They rarely say thank you. They always want what they want as fast as they can get it. They don't understand patience. Oh, okay. Sam, what you're going through is a common, everyday, basic thing when it comes to any job you work at. You could be a security officer, a cashier, a stocker at the regular grocery stores. You could even be just somebody who's just fixing a car or even doing repair work on a laptop. Every job is stressful. Oh, not stressful like your job? Okay, well, tell me about your job. What's so stressful about it? Ah, the casino. Yes. Well, I can understand why that would be stressful, but I don't think it's as stressful as sometimes the airport, given my past experience. But anyway, tell me what's so stressful about your job. It's the patrons. And by patrons, I'm guessing you mean the people who come there to gamble, right? Okay. So what's so stressful about them? I'm sorry for laughing, but I understand. So they're stressful when it comes to telling you how to do your job. Well, Sam, we've all gone down that road. Take it from me. I used to work at the airport, the Bush Intercontinental Airport. When I was just taking somebody's luggage and placing it on the scale, they tried to tell me how to place it, how it needs to be sitting up, and then when I let them do it, it fell over. And then I politely said, "Would you like me to handle it?" And they gave me an attitude behind it. But anyway, this isn't about my job, though, or my older job. This is about your job. You say that when you're doing your job, what else? Well, let's just see what the notes say. Hmm. Ooh, so when you're doing your job, okay, I see right here. When you're doing your job, somebody's trying to tell you what to do, and you've been doing the job longer enough to know what to do. Well, Sam, all I can tell you right there is I agree. That is the most annoying thing when it comes to any customer or patrons, as you call them, when they're trying to tell you how to do your job. But tell me, what exactly do you do up there when it comes to your job? You pick up lost currency on the floor or it left in the machine. Okay, that's good. What else? And they get mad at you for it. Oh, okay, I see. I understand. So here you are basically walking around picking up lost money or lost currency and turning it into the casino, but then they'll get mad at you for taking it. Well, that's understandable, Sam. I understand. And then they'll have the nerve to say something like, let me guess, they'll have something to say like, that ain't your job. You don't need to be doing that. You stealing money that don't belong to you, right? Okay. So something similar. Well, that's understandable, job. That's understandable, Sam. Everybody's entitled to believe what they want to believe. And what did you do when they say what did you do last time when they said that? Oh, you caught an attitude with the person. Okay, well, that's understandable. It really is understandable. There have been plenty of times when I've caught an attitude with some of the people who've come to see me about their problems. A lot of them are annoying. Well, they're not that annoying. It's more like they don't understand. One lady in particular tried to tell me, "Why are you over here counseling me when I don't need any help?" And I said, "Well, obviously your friends and your family believe you needed help, because otherwise you wouldn't have came to see me." But I can assure you right now this, Sam. When it comes to your job, it's always going to be some people who tell you this isn't your job. You don't know what you're doing. You need to stop that. You need to not do this. You can't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. I'm going to report you to your supervisor. You're always going to encounter people like that no matter what job you work at. And I'm sure there have been plenty of times you wanted to say, look here, if you don't mind your business and worry about losing your money, or look here, if you don't get your groceries and get up out of this store, or look here, you can take your raggedy car up the street. And I understand. There's been plenty of jobs out there in the world where people wanted to tell the customers to get up out of their face. And it's like, if you know this so well, why don't you fix it? Or if you know it so well, take your own problems and go get it. Or if you think this is so cheap, go to another store and buy it. Or if you think I'm doing my job wrong, then here, how about you apply for us and then you can learn my job? And then they'll sit there and just say, never mind, never mind. Trust me, Sam, I understand how frustrating that is. Because so many times, a lot of others, they would like to just say, well, here's these hands for you since you think what I'm doing is wrong. Now I got a new job. It's called beating your brains in. But as our people in charge would tell us, we have to maintain professionalism. Even if they're cussing you out, even if they're screaming at you until you scream back at them, even if they get up in your face, you have to maintain professionalism. You have to be cool. You have to be relaxed. And trust me, there have been plenty of times you just wanted to I'm pretty sure, matter of fact, let me ask, what was your last scenario like? A lady asked you why you taking the Tito tickets. And what did you say? Of course, she had to say that line right there. She told you that's not your job. And what did you say after that? You walked away. Well, that's good on your part that you walked away. And sometimes it's better if you walk away, because what you usually might say may cost you your job or may get you in some trouble. But I'm glad you walked away, Sam. That was the best thing to do right there. But trust and believe me, everybody across the world, we all have those people, and not their race. We always have those people who come to your job and tell you what to do and tell you how you should be doing it. But then you're looking at them wondering, why am I listening to you? You don't work here. You're just either visiting, you're shopping, you're gambling, or you're picking up something. And I understand it is annoying to constantly deal with those kind of people where they try to tell you how to do your job and don't work there. Well, Sam, all you can do for those kind of people is just nod your head and just tell them from now on, do you want to speak to my supervisor? Because this is my job. Even when they say, well, no, it's not. And then that's when you can get real silly with them sometimes. I'm not advising that you do this. Sometimes you can be silly enough to ask them, so what is my job? Then they'll sometimes quietly just leave you alone, but they'll go run and tell on you to someone else. Well, I'll assure you this, Sam. As long as you're doing your job, as long as you're taking care of your job and your bosses are not coming down on you, guess what? You're doing your job just fine. It's the other people that need to realize that this is your job. This is your job. This is a job. And if they don't like it, they can go somewhere else and gamble, or they can go somewhere else and shop for their groceries. Or more importantly, it's called, you don't have to pay them any mind. They're not there paying your bills. That job is paying your bills. Or another more stressful moment when it comes to your job is somebody who comes in there saying, hey, I remember this when it was on sale. Well, guess what? Today it isn't. Or another one, they will out of nowhere tell you, hey, can you go get the manager? And then you look at them sometimes and you say, I am the manager. And then they really don't want to talk to you when they find out you are the manager. There we go, Sam. There we go. Just what you needed. But it sounds like you really didn't need to see me. You just needed someone to talk to and deal with the annoyance of some of these people around here. And trust me, it does get annoying. I believe it does. I've seen it for myself, as I told you, when I was working at the airport. People telling me how to place their bags on the scale. Even some of the ticket agents would tell them, you don't have to worry, they know what they're doing. And then the ticket agents, they get it the worst at the airport. The most common thing I've seen at any airport was always when somebody comes up and says, I'm here for the flight, but they don't realize you're late. They're late, and the flight is getting ready to take off. And their number one line would always be, "It says on here the flight leaves at 2:47." And then they would look at them and they say, "Yes, it leaves exactly at 2:47 when it's in the air. You arrived here at exactly 2:30." Well, can they make an exception? And it's like they have to call upstairs. They have to ask the people, can they hold off a little longer? And then that's when they get only 5 minutes to rumble through their stuff. And then some people, they just have a tendency to throw a lot of stuff behind just to say, okay, I'm on the flight, I'm going out the door. But no, sir, no. When it comes to jobs, all you can do is just take every day with a grain of salt. Well, not with a grain of salt. I'll put it to you like this. Just take your job one day at a time. There'll be a lot of times where it's stressful. There'll be a lot of times when it's relaxing. There'll even be a lot of times when you'll be able to just go on to the job and somebody gets on your nerves so bad that you will turn around and look at them and say, "You don't know my job, mind your business." But all you can do is just maintain professionalism. And if they act like you're doing your job wrong, just say, "Do you want to speak to my supervisor?" And keep asking them that question over and over again. "Do you want to speak to my supervisor?" After a while, they'll leave you alone. And yeah, they'll go run and tell this on your supervisor, tell you on your supervisor, but then all you got to do is turn around and just tell your boss, "I'm just doing my job." They're over here concerned with something that isn't their business, that isn't their money. So, Sam, when you walk out this door today, and when you go back to your job on the next day over, all I want you to do is remember one thing. You're doing your job. And if other people don't like how you do their job, maybe they need to apply for your job and start making some of the decisions you do. And only when they work at your job will they understand why you do the things you do. But other than that, you didn't need my help. You just needed someone to talk to. So remember, Sam, hold your head up high. Let these people talk. Let them say whatever they want to say about you. Because at the end of the day, you know what happens? You're going to clock out. You're going to go home. And I take it you're married, right? Yes, you're going to go home to your wife or your girlfriend. And you're going to sit down with them and have a nice tall drink of orange juice or lemonade, preferably myself, water. And you're going to sit back and say, one day down, another day to go. So you keep your head held up high, Sam, and don't worry about these people. And that is the end of our session. You have yourself a wonderful day and keep on smiling and keep on doing your job.